about that white Peterbilt stepping southbound on the 65? Come in.
Come on.
Well, you're over there at that 2016 Mid-America Trucking Show there over the weekend. How'd you enjoy that?
Well, I caught it at the last day there, so I really didn't get to check out the whole thing. So maybe next year I'll be able to go check it out. But from what I've seen, it was really nice.
Well, tell me, who am I talking to and what you're running there?
You're talking to Christina. I got a 2007 Peterbilt 379 extended hood. Got a 550 cat, 13-speed 8-4 transmission.
10-4. Well, how does she do for you?
Well, Misfit's got 953,000 miles on her. She does really good for me. She gets a little ornery some days, but that happens some days.
Now, what are you normally hauling with your covered wagon there?
Oh, we haul anything from sheet steel to totes of beans to concrete to basically if we can stuff it in there and keep it dry, we haul it.
10-4. Where are you carrying a load right now?
Yeah, I got a load of concrete, benches and tables there for the parks and universities.
10-4. And where are you going to head with that?
Yeah, we got to go down to Georgia and deliver, then final out in Florida there.
How long have you been trucking for?
Well, I've been trucking almost 10 years. Next year marks my 10 years anniversary for trucking.
How'd you find yourself in the seat of a truck behind the wheel?
Well, I got family that drove. I got tired of looking at walls and dealing with the same office politics. So one day I just decided to try my luck and get my CDL and ended up getting it. And then here we are today.
Well, 10-4. Congratulations on 10 years. Now, was it that easy? You just picked up a newspaper one day and said, "I'm going to get me a driving job." How'd that actually happen?
Well, it was a lot of decision making. It was deciding, do I really want to be away from home that long, at a time, and be responsible for something this big and this long. And I remember my uncle out trucking. He'd be gone for weeks at a time, and I really didn't have a whole lot going, so I just decided, well, I'm going to go get my CDL and try something new.
That's important. It seems like that worked out pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work, a lot of hard work. You learn something new every day.
There's going to be some people that watch this and they might want to be exactly where you are right now, want to change up their job and do something different. What were your steps and what would you tell them in order to help them feel like they can do the same thing and get out there and get a CDL and get the driving?
It's a lot of patience. It's a lot of sacrifices. You put your life on the line every day. You got to be able to be away from home for a period of time, and you got to be able to, plan for delays and learn patience.
So that seems like that might be a mental part of the game. What about physically? What are some of the physical challenges that you weren't expecting when you get out here that you probably want to tell another lady if they decide to get in the chair?
Well, me pulling a flatbed, it's a lot of physical work. It's a lot of driving. When the roads are bad, it's a lot of keeping the truck straight, not goofing up and stuff like that. I mean, it's a good job. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but physically you got to be ready for it. Mentally you got to be ready for it. Emotionally you got to be ready for it.
I understand that.
My boyfriend drives, so, I understand not being home every night and being curled up in his arms like I'd like to be. But that's what they have home time for and the weekends for.
Speaking of home time, who do you drive for?
Well, I'm an owner-operator leased on to D&E Transport out of Clearwater, Minnesota.
What were the steps with you getting into your own rig? I mean, I'm sure it wasn't year one that you got your own rig and got out here. What was that like?
It was making sure there was at least $10,000, in the bank. It's a lot of hard work. You can't keep putting the truck in the shop every time you turn around. You got to learn to fix the truck. If you can fix it, then fix it. Wiring issues, you got to be able to know how to do that. The biggest thing is the lease. Going through, the paperwork with a fine-tooth comb and making sure that in the end that the truck is actually going to end up being yours and not somebody else's.
saying that, has there been a situation before where something like that would happen to a person? Explain that.
Now, a lot of these companies, they have these lease purchase programs to buy a truck, and then, there's a big balloon payout at the end. There has been issues of people going back on the contract and not honoring that contract, and the person who has poured their heart and soul into that truck, per se, loses everything that they worked their butt off for.
So going through the contract with a fine-tooth comb just to discover anything that could present some problems is what you're talking about there.
Yeah, I mean, my suggestion is somebody who wants to buy a truck, take the contract to a lawyer who knows their way around a contract dealing with a semi and have it gone through so that way they don't lose in the end.
Temper, thanks for sharing that. Let's switch some gears here. We covered the fact that you drove for 10 years and the reasons and whys that you got into driving. What are some of the favorite areas that you've been able to drive over the last 10 years?
Yeah, I like going out to Washington. It's beautiful out there. Oregon. I'm particularly fond of the Midwest. It's beautiful.
Over those 10 years, what other types of equipment did you pull?
I have pulled a 53-foot dry van. I've pulled reefer. I have done in-dumps, both frameless and framed, side dump truck. I've done oversized. I've done regular open flat and stop deck.
That's quite a variety. What's your favorite out of all that?
My favorite is pulling a flatbed. You're not sitting here just slamming doors and holding the steering wheel all day. You're out working physically and mentally, and it's exercise.
I'd have to agree there. Mental exercise and good exercise for you. I actually miss that.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite parts of the job. Unless in the winter it's kind of like, okay, it's cold. Let's go get this done.
Let me ask you about personal safety, if you want to call it that, or maybe you can correct me on what you would call taking care of yourself when you're out on the road, and some of the things that you look for, and what you would suggest any other lady new to the road look for when they're out trucking.
Now, me personally, I'd rather just not, show a whole truck stop parking lot that I'm a female, out here by myself. I try to cover my head as much as I can, like put my hoodie up over my head, especially if I got to go out and fuel at night. If I have to stay in a truck stop, which I really, really try to avoid doing, I don't make a spectacle of myself. I don't get out of my truck. I do everything in my power to keep myself low-key.
Gotcha. I guess low-key is the word to use, and that would be the same thing you would suggest to someone else starting out?
Well, we got Facebook, and, we got the check-ins and stuff like that. I don't check in where I sleep at. Usually I don't check in at someplace unless I'm leaving, so that way I'm not there if somebody's trying to be funny and look to start trouble. It doesn't matter where I'm at in my truck or my trailer. I always have a way to, protect myself personally if somebody does try to, start issues.
Well, it sounds like you got that aspect of things covered.
Female drivers especially are easy targets, good advice to them. Don't get out of your truck at night. Don't be sitting there in the truck with your dome light on so everybody can see that you're all by yourself. I don't talk on the radio, especially if I'm in a truck stop, and I really don't like talking on the radio, like when I'm running down the road.
Gotcha, right there. Well, I guess the only time you talk on the radio is when you're doing those room TV interviews there, right?
Well, or if I'm trying to figure out what's going on up ahead of me, or let somebody know if there's an issue going on, I'm just usually sitting back and sandbagging, but today's an exception, hanging out with Mr. Fifey there and doing a rolling interview there.
Then, in the places that you've driven, if you were in a position to talk to a motorist about how to handle themselves around you while you're driving on the road, what would you say to them?
Well, my first thing is, Please don't tailgate us. Don't be so close to the back end of the trailer that we can't see you. Passing is a big issue. How they ride along the side of the trucks. Yeah, it's 80,000 pounds going down the road. You know, what happens if, you know, we blow a tire? You know, we don't want to be held liable for that, you know, because you guys could get around. The other thing is the cutting off and brake checking just to get off on the exit, or, you know, just being plain rude. And texting and driving is another one. You're going down the road, the car is made to drive, put the phone down.
Do you have a preference in terms of the time of day that you drive?
Well, I'd rather drive late in the evening through, you know, at night. But you know, there's some days that I don't have that choice because I got to get loaded and I've got to be into a shipper or receiver by a certain time to either get loaded or get unloaded.
In the 10 years that you've been driving, what are some of the things that you observe other motorists not do or do when it comes to someone being on the side of the road and them not moving over? What have you seen?
Oh, I've seen people out on the side of the road changing tires on the left side of the car or their vehicle. People just like fly by them like they're not even there. If I can get over, I will. If not, then I slow down.
Well, Christina, I appreciate you picking up the microphone there and chatting a little bit about what you do and how you do it and sharing some little tips. Hopefully somebody can benefit from that. You be safe there going south there, right?
Well, Mr. Chris, thank you very much for what you do for us drivers and the positive light that you shed on us. And you have yourself a safe trip, too.
Thank you very much. We'll see you soon there, huh?
Sounds good. Be safe.